Cancel Court is an improv comedy show. Some opinions and statements are exaggerated for entertainment purposes. The views expressed on Cancel Court are solely those of the individuals providing them and do not reflect the opinions of Defiant Digital or their respective affiliates or employees. Basically, we're gonna piss a lot of people off, but fuck it. Cancel Court with Judge Tony Towns. In this episode, the trial of Tekashi 6ix9ine.
He's the biggest artist in the game. Nigga, please.
And now, let's go to the courtroom. In this quarter, the prosecution, still undefeated with 1 win and 0 losses. Welcome back, Chris Powell, aka CP. And in this quarter, the defense. His case is tight, just like his jacket. Say hello to Ryan Davis. Come to order. Cancel Court is now in session with Judge Tony Towns.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today to determine if rapper, lace-front, wig-wearing social media star Tekashi 6ix9ine, aka Daniel Hernandez, should be canceled. We have Mr. Chris Powell, aka CP, represent the prosecution, and defense represented by Mr. Ryan Davis. Mr. Powell, I'm all about that go green, Spartan green. I hear you're Spartan. Is that true?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. On the banks of the Red Cedar. You know how it goes.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
It's my alma mater.
Yeah, they don't know nothing about that.
Oh, man. All of that to lose to a nigga who dropped out of community college. Can we start?
With that, we shall proceed. Both sides will present factual evidence that will help the jury determine the verdict of this case. I expect that both parties have done their homework, and I expect you to present the case and evidence actually fairly and square. The prosecution and defense will have opening statements, then the battle will begin. We will end with closing arguments. Once completed, the jury of peers will decide the fate of Mr. Tekashi 6ix9ine with a clear judgment. What are the rules in my court? There are no rules. That's the beauty of my job here today, is to press for the truth. Justice shall reign, bring that fire, and bring that heat. I want to see jaws dropping and panties as well. Are we clear?
Clear.
Good. We'll start with the defense. Please begin with your opening statement.
Thank you, Judge. I'm gonna be honest. When I first heard that they wanted to cancel Tekashi 6ix9ine, I was like, who? Exactly, and that will be the basis of my defense. You see, the first time I heard the name Daniel Hernandez was when you said it. And I think to cancel something means to no longer fuck with. How can you no longer fuck with something you never fucked with in the beginning? I'm sure the prosecution is gonna come up and tell you a bunch of reasons not to fuck with him. But I want you to remember your initial response. Who? He wants you to find out who not to fuck with, just to not fuck with him. And let's not do extra work today. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan Davis. Mr. CP?
Always a treat, Your Honor. First of all, to the prosecution, I want to say congratulations. I realize that for you to get this far, dropping out of community college, I'm sure that it was all a dream. You used to read Word Up magazine. Salt, pepper, Heavy D in the limousine. You have pictures on your wall.
Every Saturday.
Rap Attack, Mr. Magic.
Marley
Mall.
Yes.
Now, one thing I learned in college at Michigan State
Absolutely.
was how to recognize a threat. Now, what happens is in hip hop, we have what I like to call the spectator and the player. The spectator comes to the game after the practice has been done, the work is done. You have the respectful spectators, like the ones that sit in their seat and shut the fuck up, watch the game. Then you got the other spectators who think they can play, right? These are little fat motherfuckers that go to the gym in LA Fitness, Euro stepping. Why? Because they don't belong in the fucking game. See, what we have to do is erase a fucking stain from the rap game that does not belong in the game. Child pornography, family endangerment, snitching. We make the rules about what's going on in our society. We gotta stop letting motherfuckers in because they disappoint us every single time. You don't get to benefit off of our culture when you break the fucking rules. You were invited. So that's all I gotta say. Let's get it going.
Mr. Davis, those were some very powerful words.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Go ahead.
he's done for now.
Yes, go ahead. Sorry, Your Honor.
I thought you was smiling. That's that thing in the back of your head. I thought you was grinning like a motherfucker.
I know. I have two smiles
I see
because
that.
I understand
Yeah,
how
yeah.
easy
You
this
a whole
is gonna
audience,
be.
ain't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Did you hear the one from the back of the neck about the, you be cracking up. Like,
yeah, boy.
Order in the court. Mr. Ryan Davis, you have any rebuttals to his statements?
Oh man, there was so many.
that's the point of this law,
I
in
know.
abundance.
I know. I just feel like you gave away your whole argument now. Now you have nothing to stand on.
Well, you'll be
It's
surprised.
okay. It's okay. It's my turn. Wish you would stop
Let
interrupting.
the record show that if this was his argument, he's saying that it would be over, but I have in abundance.
Yeah, I can tell. You know, you won't even wait for me to make my points.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Which one do you want me to attack first? The snitching? The snitching, that's your shit, right? Snitching?
Small, but yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We'll take it.
That's funny, man. I watch a lot of YouTube. You watch YouTube? Sure you watch YouTube.
I do.
I'm busy doing law.
Yeah. That's funny, because I didn't even feel the need to prepare for you today. There is a reason I was watching YouTube. There's a video where Suge Knight, see, I don't have to explain who that is. Daniel Hernandez. No one still. You see that?
Yeah.
Suge Knight. He was talking about Snoop Dogg. We know who that is too. Suge Knight said that Snoop Dogg, after he beat the murder charge, also had some other charges come up where he was found guilty pretty much, but he didn't do any time. Suge Knight said the only way Snoop was able to do that is if he what? Had snitched. Which is crazy, because that would mean Suge Knight is snitching on Snoop Dogg for snitching. If anything, snitching is more rap culture than making beats. Suge Knight didn't even do that. So what is Tekashi 6ix9ine's contribution to rap? What's your favorite 6ix9ine song, people? Nothing? Oh, okay, that's crazy. A line, a verse. Anyone? No, because he's not a rapper. He's an internet troll. And to make it seem like an internet troll is a part of hip hop culture is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, if he's part of the hip hop culture, then everybody in the comments of World Star Hip Hop is a record label. Let's not be ridiculous. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Look out, CP. Ryan Davis did not come to fuck around. Cancel Court will be right back.
I have a quick question for
Sure,
you, Mr.
sure.
Now, one of the things that was brought up in this court was child pornography.
Yes.
It was entered into evidence, and it was in reference to your client
Yes.
being a predator, and he was guilty and being sued and all those other things. He has other court cases I'm sure that you're fighting. My question to you is that what does your client have to say to those citing, child pornography in the black community? We hate that. And in prisons, most people get their asses kicked when touching little kids.
Yes.
But seems that this guy is still roaming free on the streets. What would you say to that? I'm interested in your thought for your client.
The reason, and I believe that the reason my client hasn't received any repercussions for the child pornography because no one knows who the fuck he is. It didn't even make the news.
That's a good point.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I would like to bring up the fact that the defense says that nobody even knows who Tekashi is, right? He's as much of an artist as the comments in WorldStar.com or whatever their comments, you know.
Hey, CP, did you used to be a host of a TV show?
Your Honor, I would like that stricken from the record, please.
No, tell them the name of the show, CP.
Very valid point. I will allow.
Thank you.
Sure, the World Star TV was the show. But
But all of a sudden, you don't know what World Star is. Amazing. Amazing.
I didn't know what World Star
It's
the
okay.
defense meant as
My
far
apologies.
as
I shouldn't have interrupted.
there were no comments on my show. I give it up, but he owned all the furniture stores in the southeast Los Angeles area. All the upholstery he's nigga like upholsterer. So listen, Tekashi 6ix9ine was Billboard's #1 selling artist, 2019, 2020. He beat out Drake for a couple of weeks. Drake had to take his title back from Tekashi. I don't know any other World Star comment people that did that. What I will say is this, the problem is not whether or not the defense knows who Tekashi is, because I don't think you're the target age group. But your grandkids are. The youth are. The example that he set is not falling on you. And that's just the typical Republican black man mindset that you have, where it's like, it doesn't affect me, so I don't see it. Well, that's not what Cancer Court is about. We're dealing with real facts, with the real culture. And the bottom line is that he's affecting the youth, making them think that trolling and doing things that, you know, hey, these kids can't afford security. Kids can get killed doing stuff that he does because he thinks it's a game. He wants to be the real life Joker, right? It'll be a joke. Somebody got to hold his little ass, though. See, the example that he's setting is in direct conflict to the whole structure that hip hop was built on. So if he's allowed to keep continuing selling records, beating Drake, beating whoever the fuck you like, I'm sure a Tribe Called Quest or Big Brother or something like that. What does that say for the holy grail that is hip hop? Do we simply not cancel what you don't know about, even though it's hurting the youth? I believe you asked what was one of his lyrics. I believe it was Fifi got that Fifi stupid!
I apologize. Was that English, Your Honor?
It's something that you don't deem cancelable.
I object.
Well,
Order in the court. What was that, sir?
a Fifi is a fake prison pussy.
How would you know that?
Excuse me?
How would you know that?
Some of my clients don't always make it out the courtroom, so they ask me for a couple sponges, some cups, and some gloves. Anyway, long story short, that is the message. Stupid. That's what he calls his fans. Stupid. Stupid, because they are. They're stupid. Your grandkids, all your grandkids' friends. Stupid. That's what you would like to ignore. See, it's not a problem until it reaches your doorstep. So you go to your grandson's graduation and all his hair is 2 different colors, all around. He look like a snow cone, but he black, so then it don't even look right. He look like an upside down pineapple cake. Then it's gonna be a problem, because you didn't choose to cancel and prosecute Tekashi 6ix9ine, who is a detriment to our society, our way of life, and the art form that we have built. But what do I know?
Don't move. Cancel Court will be right back.
Another one is if you just own that damn video game all day.
Oh, so you're playing video games. It's the PS5. Everybody can't get one.
Don't invite a girl over and be on the game the whole time. Like, what was the point of that? Did you want to see me or did you want to see the game and talk to your little friend?
All you do is game all night. How do you expect me to be good? How do you expect me to get any good? People are fucking Hall of Fame 2K, and I can't even get an hour to myself. Yo, what up, though? This comedian CP, man. You watching Tops exclusively on Defiant Digital.
There was some evidence entered into the court docket that I found to be quite interesting. You speak on this man as being a detriment to society, but according to these facts that the court has received as evidence that is allowed and permissible, he donates money to Brooklyn schools. He also spoke to kids about self-confidence and following their dreams. He also handed out money in the Dominican Republic to children and the elderly. He also donated food to the homeless in Chicago, and he called out other rappers for not doing so in their communities.
Your Honor,
What
can
an
I ask you a
awful
question?
person. What a awful,
How
Can
would
I,
you-
can I ask you a
awful
question?
example.
Sure,
Absolutely.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Man, this country is built on giving. I remember there was a time in this country where we had some friends, I believe we called them the Indians, and we gave them these blankets. And oops, the blankets had smallpox in them. And it wiped out a big, huge number of them. See, sometimes when people learn how blessings work, they can mimic a blessing. I've seen those videos, but you know why I've seen those videos? Because they're videos. Because they were done for me to see them, for you to see them. But let me give you another number. 7,000. That's how many people reportedly, and we don't even know this, Jay-Z and Beyonce bailed out of jail for Black Lives Matter riots. Yeah, we don't even know a number because they won't come forth and say it, because true people who are about the community understand that why would you embarrass a homeless person by putting them on film, giving them money? Why would you walk into a school knowing what your reputation is, knowing what you are, who you are, the word 69, which means eating the pussy while you're getting your dick sucked, if you lucky, and tell some goddamn kids to believe in yourself?
Thank you. He's made some very disparaging comments about your client. My question to you is, Mr. Davis, is your client a rat? Does he work for the feds? Because according to the information that I've received, this is in a documentary he did called Supervillain. His former friend, member of the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods, do you think Tekashi 6ix9ine done anything for the culture? Mr. Aldos simply responded, shaking his head, none. I can't name none. Not one.
Who said it?
This was his friend from the documentary Supervillain.
Okay.
Billy A.D.O. He's one of the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods.
This man, they're calling my client a lot of things. Now this nigga is Thanos. He's a super villain.
Wow.
It's amazing. What did he do for the culture? I don't understand why anybody would ask what he did, for the culture, because my argument is he's not of the culture. Simply not. See, once again, we're trying to learn shit just to unlearn it later. Why do all that work? Like go to Michigan State and lose to a nigga who dropped out of community college. See, when you do extra work, it's all for naught. You could have been eating instead of fighting other students for ramen. You said that he was #1 on the Billboard. I would like to ask my opposition, who's #1 on the Billboard right now? You don't give a fuck, because it doesn't matter. It didn't matter to anyone then. It doesn't matter to anyone now. But if we're gonna talk about success, and Tekashi is supposedly this big musician, right? What music award was he nominated for?
MTV.
None. What one have you even seen him sitting in the audience at? None. Have you seen him perform at one? Not one. But he's the biggest artist in the game? Nigga, please. To call your case laughable would be an insult to jokes. The defense rests.
Wow, the defense needs to work out. They've been resting.
Mr.
As a
C.
matter of fact, we need to know the defense's resting heart rate, because it seems as if they find a lot of solace in rest.
This nigga's incredible.
So I don't expect you to be really in contact with what's going on in these streets. But what I will say this, your argument does not lead to anything other than myself, and I'm sure the jury, wanting to continue to cancel 6ix9ine. You have never, ever spoke to anything that we've brought up about what he's done, his charges, anything that he's been guilty of. You've merely tried to wipe it under the rug and say, well, nobody knows who he is. But isn't that the problem, though? See, you don't know who he is until he's all of our problem. I think that my opponent would even like to cancel him as well. He just pissed that he's on that side of the table and he has to defend such a scummy, scummy person. People like you, Councilman, who, you're a very smart guy and you get a lot of criminals off. I want the jury to understand that although the prosecution may not have all the answers, understand that for somebody to defend such a heinous criminal, what does that say about them? Well, perhaps it is Ryan 6ix9ine. You fucking killing me, and you know that nigga need to be canceled.
Hey, brother, I just came to do a job.
Are these niggas about to fight? Cancel Court will be right back.
Damn, that Daredevil girl? Defiant Israel got me being defiant.
I have a question for the defense, and this is something that I think will speak to our jurors to make a decision. It seems that, could it be that society created Mr. 6ix9ine? He's only done what society loves. I mean, you think about it, he has 24 million Instagram followers. Could this be said that this type of behavior isn't Mr. 6ix9ine's fault? He's just a product of his environment, product of society at large.
Sounds like a victim to me, Your Honor. Sounds like it's far from a supervillain, or whatever they wanted to call this nigga.
Superhead.
Yeah, this is incredible. You see, society likes to create villains. That's great. You can villainize, what's his name? What is his real name? Not Tekashi.
Daniel Hernandez.
You see how she didn't know? No one fucking knows. But look at it this way, right? This character that he is, right? This clownish character, right? I've already proved to you, not of the culture whatsoever, right? When you cancel somebody, what's the first thing they do when somebody gets canceled? Everybody who's worked with them comes out, says, I don't fuck with them no more. All the shit we've done together, I'm taking off. If they had TV shows like Bill Cosby, they take it off TV, all of that shit. What did they take from Tekashi? Nothing. Because there was nothing to fucking take. He was the biggest rapper in the game, according to my opponent. But nobody asked this nigga for a feature. Not one. Just go anywhere and type in featuring Tekashi 6ix9ine. It will say no results found. But my opponent wants you to believe that canceling him will change the result of that search. If you ask me, wasn't he canceled before we even started this shit? Thank you, Your Honor.
I got one quick question for you,
Oh,
Mr.
of
And
course.
make this fast, because we have to come to a verdict, because this is serious for the culture. 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine, tried to mock Lil Nas X with a homophobic post, but was put on blast by the Old Town Road star by showing 6ix9ine had slid into his DM. This has to be alleged, since this is your client, Mr. 6ix9ine. It reads, on February 16th, 2021 at 12:57 a.m.
Damn.
It says, quote from Tekashi, gonna be in your city soon. What you doing? Question mark. Laugh out loud, upside down smiley face, red heart emoji. Could this be interpreted as flirting, Some say that your client is looking for 6 to 9 inches of pipe. What is your response?
To be completely honest with you, the personal life of my client is none of our business. None of our business whatsoever. No, you know what's funny? You know who was #1 on the Billboard and who has a song everybody knows? Who? Lil Nas X, Old Town Road. You see how easy it is to just name somebody and the song that they fucking do when you fucking know them? When they're really #1 on the Billboard? I'm not gonna lie. That DM is suspect as shit. At midnight, no less. I can't begin to tell you what my client was thinking. And to be completely honest with you, I'm not gonna ask him.
That's fair.
That's fair, thank you, Your Honor.
Now,
6 to 9 inches.
we will begin with our closing arguments. You have 2 minutes. Make it fast, Mr. CP, because we know you can go on a Martin Luther King rant and just start preaching. Make it fast,
All right,
please.
now,
Thank you.
all right, now go on and sponge your hair, Your Honor. Go on and hit your shit at the top one time to bring the curl full circle. I feel attacked today, trying to protect the community. Yeah. But we all know what it is. We all know what it is. Tekashi gotta go. You gotta go. Whether you know him or not, whether you know, I'm gonna throw a couple names of A Boogie with the hoodie, Nicki Minaj, people who have features with Tekashi. As a matter of fact, she was ridiculed for working with Tekashi, to which point she said...
He paid for her to get on his song. No one asked him to get on their song. But continue.
How broke you gotta be to jump on a nigga's song if you don't wanna work with him for real? I don't think she would take money from you. I don't think you can rap as good as her or as good as him. But that's neither here nor there.
My client doesn't even rap.
I agree with that. I agree with that. This is cancel court. He needs to be canceled. Fruit flavored colored hair, snitch, having sex with children, putting it on his IG. It's like, bro, he has to go, and you know it. Any defense other than that, your ass gonna be on trial next.
The conclusion of the trial of Tekashi 6ix9ine when cancel court returns.
Make sure y'all check out Food Fights on Defiant Digital. Who?
Mr. Ryan Davis, please proceed with your closing statement.
Today was a interesting day, to say the least. I just want to leave the jury with this. Also, you judge.
Thank you.
If you got an email, right, that said that your credit card from Joe's Rib Shack was canceled, and you go, what the fuck is Joe's Rib Shack? You would automatically assume that someone opened an account in your name.
Your Honor, so the defense is saying that if he yourself got a crab leg order, you would not look into yourself to see if there was some type of drunk crab leg night that you forgot about?
You need a better example?
Please,
I'll give you a better example.
I need a better example, please.
Okay. Let's say you're out on a date.
Right.
And then a woman approaches you and goes, CP, I'm so tired of the way that you treat me. It's over. And you've never seen this woman a day in your life.
How she look?
Would you take the time to break up with her right then? Or would you say, bitch, I don't know you.
If she look good, I might want to get
I
back with
don't
her.
remember being with you.
I might get back with her.
Nobody cancels subscriptions that they never subscribed to. That's foolish. And that's what he's asking you to do today. If y'all want to go ahead and subscribe to some shit that you wasn't even going to look at anyway, just to get up the next day to cancel it, then that's on you. You will be looking just as foolish as my opponent has looked throughout this case. It's going to look even worse when they edit it. What did we remember today? What did we remember? Are the jurors allowed to speak?
Yes.
What is my client's government name? Exactly. We've said it 10 times today and no one gave a fuck. Even if you decide to cancel him, y'all won't even know what the fuck to write in to cancel it. You'll have to ask somebody, who are we canceling? Just to cancel him. And don't we all just want to go home? The defense rests, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Davis, for that eloquent closing statement. That concludes this case. Now it's in the hands of the jury. As you all have heard, both the prosecution, which is by Mr. CP, and the defense, represented by Mr. Ryan Davis, presented their evidence in their case. The defense, Mr. Ryan Davis, says that Tekashi 6ix9ine is absolutely meaningless because he's no one. On the other side, you have the prosecution who's saying that Mr. Tekashi 6ix9ine, aka Daniel Hernandez, is an endangerment to society, he's an endangerment to the hip hop community, and it's time to cancel him completely. It's up to you to decide. All those in favor of canceling Tekashi 6ix9ine, aka Daniel Hernandez, say aye by raising your right hand. Aye. All those in favor of not canceling Tekashi 6ix9ine, raise your right hand and say nay. The jury has come to a conclusion, and that conclusion is as follows. As the judge of this court, I am hereby, by the people, by the prosecution, by the people of this court, canceling Tekashi 6ix9ine. It is so ordered.
Your Honor, may I ask the jury, now that they've canceled him, what changes they'll be making?
Well, Court is an improv comedy show. Some opinions and statements are exaggerated for entertainment purposes. The views expressed on Cancel Court are solely those of the individuals providing them and do not reflect the opinions of Defiant Digital or their respective affiliates or employees. Basically, we're gonna piss a lot of people off, but fuck it. Cancel Court with Judge Tony Towns. In this episode, the trial of Kanye West's black card.
A black card being revoked? This motherfucker's Christian card to be revoked.
And now, let's go to the courtroom. In this quarter, the defense. With a perfect record of 0 wins, 0 losses. Say hello to Chris Powell, aka CP. And in this corner, the prosecution. His case is as well-rounded as his fro. Say hello to Ron Taylor, aka Ron T. Come to order. Cancel Court is now in session with Judge Tony Towns.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We're here today to determine if hip-hop star and artist Kanye West's black card should be canceled and revoked immediately. We have Mr. Ron Taylor, aka Ron T, represent the prosecution. We have the defense being represented by Mr. Chris Powell, aka CP. Both sides will present factual evidence that will help the jury determine the outcome of this case. I expect that both parties have done their homework and you will present your evidence accurately. The prosecution and the defense will have opening statements, then the battle will begin. We will end with closing arguments. Once completed, the jury of peers will decide the fate of Mr. West with a clear and decisive judgment. Are we clear? Good.
Yep.
We'll begin with opening statements with the defense.
I just want to, first of all, address the court by saying that I would be remiss if I was to sit here and act like I had a couple dollars for everybody in the jury. That would be preposterous.
Mr. CP, are you offering and bribing the jury?
No, I said it would be remiss if I had that. That's not what that is.
Do you know what the word remiss means?
Yes.
What does it mean?
That means when you miss twice and you remiss.
Continue, sir.
So, snatching somebody's black card. How serious is it to snatch somebody's black card? Let us not forget, this is the same Kanye West that told the truth on a national live telethon for Hurricane Katrina. Told the country that George Bush did not care about black people. That kind of honesty, although we would love to keep it in the black community, to keep it biased toward us, that kind of tenacity is unbiased. It is free. He is gonna express opinions that you may not like, but the ones that do hit home for you, I mean, it's like, dog, we have to thank our stars for somebody like Kanye West. There's so many people with black cards that I feel like should be getting revoked before we get down to Kanye. He ain't losing his American card, because America see the benefit in a black man making that kind of money for Adidas and Def Jam, and just good beats. But they want the black community to push him out. Where he gonna go? They want us to let Kanye go so he can be Armenian, and so Armenians is waiting for Kanye. They waiting for Kanye. They need to be doing them dances at their weddings where they all be together, and you think a sweet ass beat for that wouldn't hit? No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Ron Taylor, would you like to proceed with your opening statement, please?
Absolutely. First of all, Your Honor, I'd like to say I'm a big fan of your cousin Greg Mathis's work.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I know that you will see that the things brought up today are very important. First, let's talk about a black card. What is a black card? A black card is a card that's used to deal with, around, and for black people. Kanye's black card, should it be canceled? Should it be revoked? Again, we're talking about a card, much like a license card. You have to renew it, do you not? Just because Kanye did great things with his card early on does not mean that those credits transfer over. Right now, we're trying to find out if the things that he has done today, now, this decade, not 10, 15 years ago, the evidence I'll bring up today will show you that not only should his card be revoked, but it should be revoked indefinitely until he can prove to us, the black community, that he is worthy of our love, attention, money, and care. That's it.
This is why I love what I do. That was powerful, sir. Thank you for that opening statement.
Very welcome.
With that opening statement that you both presented, we will now proceed to talk about the evidence and the facts that you have researched and gathered to present to the jury so they can make a sound decision. We'll start with you, Mr. CP.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Your Honor. And I didn't know you were Judge Mathis' cousin. You look just like you could play him in the biopic, I tell you that, in his early days in the streets. I just want to say, Kanye West is, I think, a lot of us. I think that it becomes difficult to live your life in the limelight when you're so passionate about so many things. I think that it's weird that we want to revoke Kanye's black card. My opponent, or whatever you would like to call it, I don't know what the word is for the ops.
Prosecution.
The prosecution. He mentioned the black card is a card we need to prove to him and the black community. But let's peel that back for a second. Let's peel that back for a second. I want to throw a couple names out at you. You let me know what you think. Chief Keef. You ever heard of Chief Keef? Yes. Yeah, brother at home right now, sitting around here with his black card, renewed and refreshed. You know what he does? Does the court know what he does?
No, what does he do?
Talk about killing niggas.
Objection, Your Honor. What does this have to do with the topic?
I absolutely agree with you, Mr. Taylor. What does this have to do?
Well, here's the thing. We got a lot of black cards to revoke before we get down to somebody who's a little crazy.
Aw, shit. Cancel Court will be right back.
Make sure y'all check out full fights on Defiant Digital.
Who? We got a lot of black cars to revoke before we get down to somebody who's a little crazy. People talk about, oh, he was around Donald Trump. He was in tax trouble. What would you do to get out of tax trouble? Shit. They had his wife in there getting niggas out of jail. They were doing whatever they could. They were doing whatever they could to not go to jail, and I feel them. That ain't the blackest shit I done ever seen somebody do.
That was his wife's doing, not him.
Are the shoes called Keezies or Yeezys? Do you think that they can sell motherfucking Keezies if he's locked up? No. This nigga is the money. I ain't heard that bitch make a beat yet. But I seen a couple niggas beat. No further questions.
Do you have a cross statement to that?
A cross statement and a few other statements. Kim Kardashian, his wife. We love her, I guess. Makes sense. Kanye was for the black man, was he not? Back in the day, we remember. Problem is, we didn't believe him when he told us what he said. When you get on, you're gonna get a white girl. He did that.
Your Honor, I object. She's not white, she's Armenian. Let the record show that her father was Robert Kardashian, who got OJ off.
Overruled. Continue, sir.
The bitch is white adjacent, okay? She's off-white, like some forces. The point is, she's not black. This is our brother. Kim Kardashian has taken down black man after black man after black man for 10 years straight. We say nothing about it. It is no different now. Now, I cannot tell you that the reason we should be revoking Kanye's card is not because of Kim, but goddammit, I can tell you that we need to revoke his card. Ray J, Chris Humphries, Reggie Bush. The bitch almost took out Nick Cannon, but his soul was too strong. His soul was too strong. He put that damn turban on, goddammit, and got rid of everything. When your blackness is resilient, hello, you can fight off the forces of that white devil bitch. Excuse me, off-white.
That's on record.
Devil bitch. I rest my case.
He's made some powerful statements in this courtroom. Do you have any contradictions?
I sure do. Shit, I'm about to get right back up. Say some shit. First of all, you know, the prosecution made some excellent hoop earring points. So is that what it is now? You lose your black card when you're racially ambiguous. Is that, I believe, was that what my fluffy fro brother displayed? Let I remind you that the old beloved president of the United States that I still believe is my president, even though he's 2 presidents ago, Barack Obama, was racially ambiguous, kinda. We accepted him because he was black and had them purple Kool-Aid lips. But we knew the truth. We knew the truth. This big, rich, cracker-colored motherfucker was all we had. See, the problem, I think, with the black community is we like to ignore the message because we want the messenger to be what the fuck we want it to be. I'm sorry that he didn't marry Kelly Rowland, but I will tell you this. The nigga got time. Nigga got time to get somebody black pregnant. He got time. Him and Kim getting a divorce. He can get somebody pregnant tonight. My client is a lot of things, man. He's a man who made some mistakes. He fell in love with Kim. He did. I mean, hey, she had a highlight tape out. You know, you saw what it was. You saw what she could do. She was excellent in the paint. Let the record show that, you know, black men want to fuck Kim Kardashian. And that ain't nothing against my client. He got to the mountaintop and put his goddamn flag down. No further statements.
Don't move. Cancel Court will be right back.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Which culture outcooks them all? Get ready for a spicy, delicious, disgusting fun time.
I'm here to settle the dispute. Who's better at cookouts? Mexicans, white people, black people, Asians? I'm here to set the record straight.
And I know can't nobody fuck with me.
I just have one question. What uppity Negro made these?
This is Food Fights.
These are the Ben Affleck of nachos.
Have to re-eat that?
I mean, I gotta literally rinse these fuckers off.
I don't know if I should eat this cheese or snort it.
Now I know this is a black-owned network, but this is ridiculous.
These are the top turnoffs during sex.
Trim your goddamn dick hair. You know how hard it is for us women trying to suck dick and trying to move hair out the way and all that shit? No! We over here parting through dick hair like it's the Red Sea.
Exclusively on Defiant Digital.
You know, I've done my own research on this case because it's a very sensitive case. It's a reflection of the black community. One question that I do have for the prosecution in regards to Ms. Kardashian West, she's not officially divorced yet, is the fact that one could say that a lot of brothers was trying to use her for her notoriety. Maybe her publicity is just that powerful. What can you say to that? I mean, when you think about it, I mean, out of curiosity, we want to blame her for being off-white, but she's fighting for brothers. She's had kids by a brother who's mentally ill, allegedly. She's done a lot for the black community. She's put a lot of brothers on. And so I know we're in this court. It's a very tough situation right now, and there's words and slander being thrown back and forth across the alley about Ms. Kardashian West, but I would have to say, she's put a lot of brothers on. She's done a lot for them, and a lot of them are thirsty as hell. They may not say it, but they're thirsty as hell. What do you say to that, Mr. Ron T?
Well, before he even said that, y'all, I wanted to go on record and say, you smart as hell, and I agree.
Thank you, Mr. Seafood.
You're welcome, man.
Your Honor, I trust that you will not be moved by Mr. Powell's pandering remarks. We all know that you're a very smart man. That's why you're in the position you're in now. You need no one to tell you that. We all understand that. But I will answer your question. What do I feel about Miss Kim? Putting brothers on. Well, that's a very interesting thing. Her notoriety that she can share. Where did it come from? Where did it come from? Her father. Her father. Where did her father's notoriety come from? Working with a black man, Johnny Cochran. What was his famous case? Getting off a black man, O.J. Simpson. But guess what? She's not on trial here. We know what Miss Kim Kardashian does. She's great. Got a big fat ass. Point is, Mr. West, he's on trial. He's taking advantage of the black community. Oh, his wife might have given back, but he's taking advantage in the highest way, the worst ways. He has taken advantage and profited from one of the most prominent black men in the world. He profited from Jesus Christ. Let's not forget how he got on. Jesus walks. He walked. And he had that song playing in the clubs, making young ladies all over the country shake that monkey to Jesus Walks. A black card being revoked? This motherfucker's Christian card should be revoked.
Your Honor, I object. The prosecution has no proof that people were popping their pussies when Jesus Walks came on. That was literally that was a song. You go to the bar, you get you a drink. You say, so where you from? When Jesus Walks came on. You was never popping your pussy when Jesus Walks came on.
Excuse me, Mr. Powell.
I don't want to.
I can guarantee you that, if necessary, if need be. I'd love to call a witness to the stand.
Oh, you have a witness that you would like to call to the stand? Please do.
Absolutely. Beautiful bailiff, would you mind taking a stand? You can swear yourself in, you're the bailiff.
I would like to cross-examine her too when he's done.
Take your time. Now, those are some very strong accusations, Mr. Ron Taylor.
Well, just a few questions, Miss Beautiful, Bodacious Bailiff. Have you ever heard the song, Jesus Walks?
Yes.
Have you ever twerked?
I can't say that I recall.
Okay, fair enough. In a world where you may have twerked, do you think songs that Kanye might have been on or helped produce may have been playing in a world where you were twerking?
Yes.
So can you say that you have not twerked to Jesus Walks?
There's a possibility that I have.
No further questions, Your Honor.
So, Miss Bailiff, you telling us that you twerk to Jesus Walks, you sure? What part of Jesus Walks make you want to twerk?
I will say I have possibly twerked to it because might have been under the influence.
Got you.
So I might have not known exactly what part I twerked
Now,
to.
let me ask you another question. Under the influence, and we in the club, and the prosecution is there, and I'm there, and you like, man, out of the prosecution and the defense, I gotta go home with somebody. Who would it be?
Objection, Your Honor. What does it have to do with Kanye?
Order.
All right, well, I just want to see if she had saw anything, anybody that was in here. No further questions.
The defendant is shooting his shot.
No
It has
further questions.
nothing to do with the
I said no
case.
further questions. I said no further questions. Plead the fifth. No further questions.
That was a mighty shot you shot, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Free throw. Now, the ball is tipped. You know what I'm saying?
Any further questions?
No, I thank you for taking the sin, baby.
Thank you. You may step down, bailiff.
Cancel Court will be right back.
Top things that will get you blocked on social media.
Stop showing us pictures of your kids. If you started off ass shot, your son graduation, we don't give a damn if that little nigga graduate. What's the Dutch man? Ha Ha Davis, man. Make sure y'all check out Tops on Defiant Digital. We in the building. Yeah, that's me.
These are some very compelling arguments, but I feel, I get a sense for the people's sake that we need something stronger. We need something more precise and powerful to make this case thought-provoking, something that will actually help the jury make a decision. If this man's card should be revoked, I mean, we have to take this seriously. It's Mr. Kanye West. You know, and if I recall, Kanye West said something that was powerful in 2005. It was entered into the court docket. It says that George Bush does not like black people. Some say in the black community, Kanye West does not like or care about black people anymore. That's a powerful, powerful, powerful statement. Is that true? Could it be that Kanye has turned on the black community? Could it be that the white man, and we always try to blame him for everything, has come and showed his feathers, and Kanye said, hey, I want to be like Walt Disney, a white man. He never said he wanted to be like Martin Luther King. He said he wanted to be like Roy Disney and Walt Disney and Steve Jobs, all white men, which is fine. But could it be said that he's given his black card away for riches and for glory?
Very interesting things you said there.
You was looking at me.
I'm throwing it at any of you.
Okay, cool. Because I was trying to be dramatic and give you a pause. And I was going to get up, but he jumped up with it. So let him go ahead.
Just a few closing statements. Has he given his card away?
Yes.
I'd say so. I don't know if you all remember the year 2020. Very tumultuous time. In that time, in the times before.
I object. He looked like Dwayne Wayne a little bit from a different world.
Overruled. Continue, sir.
Very tumultuous time. Kanye decided to align himself with the president, Donald Trump. Now, he's not on trial here, but I do believe that records show that Donald Trump likes to grab people by the pussy. Donald Trump said, black people, what do you have to lose? 2020 came. Boy, did we find out what we had to lose. This is who he has associated himself with. MAGA, Make America Great Again. To the jury, to the judge, the bodacious bailiff. When was America great? What time is he trying to get back to?
Your Honor, I object. 95 was lit. Freak Nick was in his prime. Whatever. Please, continue.
He took me back.
As I was saying, I can't tell you a time outside of maybe 95.
And I mean, it was, 95.
Lit it was. But that is a year. We're talking about an entire time frame. We know the foundation of America: genocide, slavery, segregation, redlining. I can't think of a time to go back to. This is who Kanye associated himself with. This is the hat he chose to put on by association alone. How can you stand in line with a person who's trying to get back to a time where it was only worse for black people and say that he's for black people? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Kanye wants to take us back to slavery times. Oh, but wait a minute. Slavery was a choice, right? Right? We chose that. That's what he believes. 400 years, and nobody said, you know what? Fuck this, I'm out of here. 400 years? Millions of black people dead. Not all of them. Some of them got away. Some of them were helped and went to freedom. Oh, but wait a minute. That's not true, because Harriet Tubman, she didn't actually free the slaves. She sent them to work for another plantation. Ladies and gentlemen, what the fuck does Kanye care about black people? We're struggling. Kanye's not. If you care for black people, you help us during the struggle, not sell us $3,000 shitty fucking sweaters and holy sweatpants and shoes that look like you stepped in shit while you live on your ranch in fucking Wyoming with your off-white wife. And I get it. Kanye's trying to do great, but right now we're talking about revoking his black card. And what's very important when thinking about revoking his black card is the difference between intent and impact. Okay? I'm sure Kanye intended to do wonderful things. I'm sure he intended to make everybody understand that you can do it too, and Steve Jobs and Leonardo da Vinci. I'm sure that was his intent, but the impact was that people were hurt that he took a picture with fucking Donald Trump. The impact is that people feel let down. The impact is that people feel that this man who was so strong and black has now sold out. I don't mind his intent, but he's on trial for his impact. He has hurt us. His validity of his black card right now, it should not exist because of what he's doing. Perhaps next year or the year after, as Mr. Powell said, maybe he'll fuck Kelly Rowland, who knows? Maybe his card can be reinstated after further review, but for right now, it needs to be revoked, canceled. I rest my case.
Damn, shit got real. Cancel Court will be right back.
here with a motherfucking white-ass tongue trying to eat a bitch coochie and shit, trying to, like, no. First of all, brush your fucking tongue, scrape it. Scrape that motherfucker. I remember this one guy used to always be like, yeah, ride my face. He used to stick his tongue out and look like it had baby powder on it. Get the fuck out my face. Scrape your damn tongue.
Well, that was
Yeah, I'm
profound.
glad that whole ass case is rested. Let me say this. Couple of things. In my closing arguments, I just want to say, I understand what the prosecution is trying to say. You know, the funny thing about black people, being a black person, is what we expect out of our people who we put into this situation of power. And what we expect is everything. We expect Jay-Z to be Barack. We expect LeBron to be Barack. We expect them to say the correct thing, even though we understand that they are not politicians. My client is not a scholar. My client is an artist. And what he was trying to do was put words together that I don't think he had. Let's talk about slavery being a choice. When you say slavery is a choice, I think what he's trying to say is that they put a mentality on slavery that we still suffer from today. i.e. why you can move a slave from a plantation, have them come up to Detroit and work to making cars. I'm sorry, Mr. Taylor, what do they call the place where they make the Chrysler cars?
The plant.
The fucking plant. Do black people run the plant? No, they fucking make cars. People who work in the plant make about $80,000 a year if they're lucky. Making trucks, 400 trucks a day. The trucks cost $65,000. So I made you $65,000 400 fucking times today, and I'm getting paid a truck and a half for the year. Sound like slavery to me? See, what people hate about Kanye is that Kanye is unapologetically black. That's the problem. We bite our tongues at work, because we like to apologize for being black a lot. We say shit that we don't want to say so we can get our check. Kanye made clothes that's ripped up, but guess what? Do you ever think about the fact that Kanye's showing you that you can make some clothes that's not ripped up and sell them bitches too? A black man selling clothes to the world? A black man who getting his clothes sold for $3,000 because of his name is not fucking black history? Everybody can't be Martin Luther King. As a matter of fact, you don't want that job unless you're willing to be that nigga. Everybody don't want to be Martin Luther King. And we shouldn't want everybody to be Martin Luther King. We gotta stop that. That's not our responsibility to make the next Martin Luther King. The next Martin Luther King has it in his soul to be that. And we wouldn't even have to tell him. Not a nigga who make cold ass beats. He is what he is. His black card should not get revoked. Let it be on record that Kanye felt like, since he knew Donald Trump, he could go and sit down with him, similar to what Ice Cube tried to do. Did he do any harm in the White House by sitting down with Donald Trump? Is Jim Brown, who was sitting right there with him, on trial too? It's like, dog, like, we get into a frenzy. And that's what they want, us to be into a frenzy. You know what else get into a frenzy? Fish. They get them into a big ass frenzy, and then big ass whales, companies, corporations come and eat their ass up. And that was the whole fucking plan. But I rest my case though, because hey, you know, what do I know? You know, I'm just trying to defend a man's blackness.
Thank you. That concludes this case. At this time, I am ordering the jury, the people, to make a sound decision based off the evidence you received, whether Mr. Kanye West's black card should be revoked and canceled expeditiously. It's up to you to make that decision. It's not up to me. It's not up to the beautiful bailiff here. Thank you for being here again. It's not up to the prosecution. It's not up to the defense. It's up to you. The power is in your hands.
If I win, I'm trying to take the bailiff and everybody off of shrimp.
We actually prefer steak, but it's okay. Now, if you believe that Mr. Kanye West's black card should be canceled, please raise your right hand and say aye. And if you believe it should not be canceled, say nay with your right hand. The court has decided, the jury has decided that Mr. Kanye West's black card should not be canceled. That adjourns your case. Court is over.
Hey man, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Hey man, very good up there. Very good out there, man. For sure. You need a job. Come on down to the
I think you niggas had your minds made up already.
Hey Tony, yeah, I need about 13 steaks. And yeah, just throw some shrimp in there. The big shrimp. The medium shrimp. All right.
The verdict came down, I guess. It really was a bribery. Thought it was awful.
You know, I think that, you know, to tear another black man down, that's why I'm glad I'm a defense attorney. Because my job is to build them up and let them show that everybody make mistakes. And they don't want us to make no mistakes. They want us to be perfect, while everybody else is so fucked up all around the world.
The defense did make some very good points. I think he played dirty between bribing for shrimp and steaks and trying to cost a bailiff who was unnecessarily thick.
They sent the prosecution in with a big old fro, thinking he was gonna throw everybody off. Like, oh, he must be Afrocentric because he got the fro. The fro is just a fro. It got no shape to it.
It's a dirty game, you know. I have a difficult job. It's not easy trying to tear down a black man, but that is my job.
So, you know, he didn't come in fooling anybody with that. We came in with the ironclad facts. It's gonna take a lot for somebody in this country to get their black card taken away. And we ain't starting the day with Kanye.
I have to remember to bring shrimp, thick women, you know. But we'll get him next time. But this one, he got away. Good for him.
Happy that the jury, you know, came to the deliberation that they did. And, you know, the prosecution, they got to come a little harder than that. You know what I'm saying? Or get a taper on the side.